So these were purchased kind of out of jealousy because everyone that I've seen has been rocking AirPods and they just seem very, very convenient and hassle-free. So I was trying to see what I could get for Android that'd be similar. Obviously, the first option I went with was Google, just because I have a Google phone and I've been on the Android platform for a very long time. As a result, I got these around Christmas. So I've been testing these out for a few months, and I initially wrote everything for this, filmed it, recorded everything, and had some initial thoughts, but things with my project has delayed this video. So my thoughts on these have changed. So as we go along, you'll see that this video will talk about the good things about it, and I will interject randomly through this and adjust that commentary based on what I feel like today, months after my initial review. So heads up for that. But for now, let's get into the video.
The Google Pixel Buds are simple headphones that try to be innovative while maintaining the simplistic design Google is known for. Outside of the touch navigation, they don't really break the norms that we've seen in other wireless earbuds. As expected from Google, the packaging is very fluff-free. You'll open up the package, you'll see your charging case with the selected headphones, either cool blue, black, or white. And then you'll also see your manual and charging cable. I do like that Google continues to persist this of not really adding too many extras here, just the bare essentials of what you need. Now let's get deeper into these headphones. The Pixel Buds themselves last about 5 hours, although I was more likely to get 4 in my testing. They fit in this nice little charging case that's supposedly supposed to get you 24 hours of additional listening, but I never really tested that straight through. I just know that I got a few days of charges through casual listening. There's a button that will allow you to sync, also check the battery life of the case, and that button is very, very important because all your functions happen through that. That's how you sync, that's how you see if it's alive. Around the railings, you'll see that there's space for the wire. That's where we got the wraparound, and the case folds down pretty quickly and snugly. I do like the materials that they used on the case itself. It fits along with Google's soft touch feels and also their Google Home. In terms of the charging ports, you do have a USB-C in the back, and it charges pretty quick, not gonna lie. As for the earbuds themselves, they are simple plastic, and the reverse side, it is a soft touch rubber that covers said plastic. This will help it keep in your ear while maintaining comfort. The loops that you see here are what you used for adjustability. You can push it out and bend that wire around because it is rigid, so it's supposed to really form to the inside of your ear and keep it secure. Haven't really had an issue with these, but they do slip occasionally, so they require adjustment, but we'll get into that later. In terms of those metal contact points you see there, that is where the charging occurs, and they are magnetically attracted to the case, and they have been very good about staying in place and maintaining a charge. I really like the case. However, sometimes the earbuds don't stay in, because there's been times I just kept it in there, expected to get a charge, and I thought my earbuds were having issues syncing, but really they just were unseated a little bit inside the case. So they need to fix that case a little bit better to make sure that that magnetic clamp is really in there. On your right earbud here, you'll see that you'll have some touch controls. So you can swipe to increase or decrease the volume, and you can tap to stop the track. You can also double tap to change tracks, which is something that I didn't initially get, but firmware updates allowed me to get the double tap, which made me happy with these headphones.
So, not quite. The updates are nice in terms of they would be able to update anything very quickly. However, sometimes I don't want what Google is giving. When I initially got these headphones, I could double tap them and they would change tracks. However, once I synced them and set them up on my phone, I lost that ability and I could never get it back.
So in terms of sound, it's not going to be anything that will really lock you in. There's no silicone ear tips to provide a seal, nor is there any sort of active noise cancelling. However, they do perform better than most wired generic headphones, and I think it has a pretty commendable sound. Nothing that's going to blow you away or wow you, but it's definitely something that will still get you through your day, and it's still something that's pretty enjoyable. To me, I feel like the Jaybirds and the Bose wireless headphones do sound better, but these still will keep you in the groove. In terms of fit, I did like how they fit into the ears. They weren't very intrusive, and they looked a lot smaller on ear than when they do in your hand. It didn't really jet out from my ears like some other earbuds, and they were pretty low profile. They actually were really, really secure between that soft touch rubber on the inside as well as the loops. Don't think that this is a set it and forget it sort of situation. You will be adjusting them throughout the day, and people might find that annoying, but they never really fell out of my ears, so there was never really an issue. The other benefit that I see over like the AirPods is that they are tethered by a wire, and some people don't like that wire because it feels like there's something in your head, or it bothers your neck. But when you're not wearing these, it's really nice because you can just sling them over your neck, and you can just put in one earbud if you're trying to listen to someone or listen for something. It was very convenient for me, at least. The Pixel Buds are pretty persistent in its syncing. Once they're on or charged, they will try to sync your phone if the Bluetooth's on. So in the times that it did sync easily, it was the most persistent thing ever. There's no power off on these things at all. So you have to shut off your Bluetooth, and then it will start desyncing and all that other stuff. Once you turn your Bluetooth on and it realizes your Bluetooth's on, it will annoy you. Things will just keep popping up, and then you'll try to just be playing around with your phone, and these things will keep popping up everywhere. And it's the most freaking annoying thing in the world, that I just wish that they would freaking figure out how to make that a more seamless experience. So the easiest way, let me turn it on and off. That's the easiest way for me to do this. I get the whole hands-free, worry-free thing, but this is just a huge hassle, and I really, really hope they fix this. So if you're someone who switches devices a lot, these might not be ideal for you, because you will have to go through manually and force the sync onto your new device, like your Bluetooth speaker. It's not a terrible hassle, but there are more easy headphones out there that will allow you to switch devices more simply. The assistant features were a huge driving point for Google. While I didn't play with all the features like translating, the ones I did, like changing songs or checking weather, were not very useful in everyday application versus looking at my phone. If I want to ask Google something, I'll ask Google Home in my home. I don't need an assistant on my phone outside my house. The Google Pixel Buds are an imperfect attempt by Google. They are quite comfortable once they're in, and they're easy to sling around, and they're very discreet, and the functionality on the touch controls are very, very responsive. Unfortunately, it's very finicky when it comes to getting the right ear fit. It's also very finicky in determining what the battery in the charge pod is versus what are in the earbuds. The battery life is very impressive from my perspective, and again, the fit was nice once it was there. However, it really shouldn't be that hard to fit everyone's ear, especially with this adjustability. But maybe by using a stronger or a harder cable, that things might be easier to adjust. I really do like the fact that they do push updates, so instead of having the annoying voice activated feature, and again, that sync isn't the greatest thing in the world. It's really good. I'm really hoping that they make the firmware updates to get that double tap back, but not something that you want right now until they make that change. So while I would not necessarily recommend these headphones this time around, and I hope that they do get better, it's not something that I'm going to necessarily get rid of. Normally, I would actually return something like this. So I have to reiterate, do not get this generation. I kind of regret not returning these things, and so would you. So just don't. Google, I wanted to give you a chance. I wanted these to be the thing, but they're not a thing. They're so frustrating. But I've gotten so accustomed to having this little pod in my pocket. I like how they fit inside the pod, and again, they don't fall out during workouts and things like that. So they're good for my ears as they are right now. Will I be really looking forward to upgrades? Absolutely. Once the new one releases and it's any good, I'm probably just gonna throw these away. I don't even care about giving this to somebody. I would not want someone to hassle around this. But for now, they work for my need. Why I'm keeping them, I have no idea, but they're good enough for me, sound-wise and convenience-wise. If I'm not using over-the-ear headphones, I'll probably be using these. So, I mean, that's all I can really say about them. I hope you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from here. They're really decent. They're just not something that I would recommend for everybody. But if you want to try them out and try to, really try to develop a relationship with these headphones, I encourage you. They're pretty cool. I like the touch navigation and everything around that, and it sounds pretty decent. But for most people, it's probably gonna be a really frustrating effort that's not worth your time. Well, that's all I have to say about these things. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, bell, all the things that you normally do on a YouTube video. Until next time, appreciate you guys. Later.
I'll be right here next to you. Look, hey, shout out what it do, what's happening. Peep the way you move, I can tell you make it happen. I see you walking around like your feet don't hurt. Shout it just cold like the heat don't work. She independent, you be ballin' on the budget.